In this video, I'll be discussing the differences between pre-1975 and post-1975 tiếng Việt, i.e. Vietnamese spoken overseas versus Vietnamese spoken in the mainland. Regarding overseas tiếng Việt, I'm specifically referring to the tiếng Việt spoken by the diaspora of the former Republic of Vietnam, Việt Nam Cộng Hòa, the tiếng Việt spoken by our parents. It's important to know that mainland and overseas tiếng Việt conform to different standards. The word for standard or conforming to standard is chuẩn. Ở Việt Nam, giọng Hà Nội is considered to be chuẩn, standard. This is purely political and was not the case prior to 1975. Even though giọng Hà Nội is now considered chuẩn, that does not mean it's correct from the linguistics point of view. Allow me to explain. If you've watched the lesson on accents, you'll know that giọng Bắc or giọng Hà Nội is not entirely accurate. To be fair, it's definitely more accurate than the other accents. However, they do mix up their consonants. For example, they say dũng as dũng. In fact, you'll see some Bắc speakers spell their D as a DZ to reflect this pronunciation. The Latinized Vietnamese written language was originally conceived to be a phonetic system, meaning how it's written is how it sounds. In that respect, không có giọng nào mà chuẩn hoàn toàn hết. Each giọng has their own ways of mispronouncing things. Overseas Vietnamese have a non-politicized idea of what chuẩn is, and this is the standard that I have taught in my lessons. That is, each consonant, vowel, dấu, and vần have their own unique sounds. We all know how things ought to be pronounced, but we acknowledge that barely anyone speaks in this perfect way. So in my lessons, I acknowledge and mention what the correct sounds should be, but all my examples are spoken with giọng Nam, which is definitely not chuẩn. So the reason why I'm talking about this is that if you do online Vietnamese lessons, you may come across native Vietnamese teachers who will teach you according to their Hanoi standard, and will say that everything else is wrong. So you should take it with a grain of salt. Before I go on, I want to stress that I'm not bagging out giọng Bắc. In fact, how I see it, giọng Bắc is more chuẩn than giọng Trung or giọng Nam. Now let's talk about some of the differences in the vocabulary. The tiếng Việt spoken in the mainland has some minor differences which you may find peculiar. You'll find that the order of some words are reversed. For example, we tend to say bảo đảm. They tend to say đảm bảo. We say người Á Châu, người Âu Châu. Over there they say người Châu Á, người Châu Âu. You'll also see y gret or y dài be replaced with an y ngắn in some words, like in kỷ niệm or in hy vọng. I personally think it looks wrong with an y ngắn, but it's pronounced the same and it has the same meaning. In Vietnam, you'll find the Bắc alternative for a lot of words be preferentially used. For example, we would say nhà thương. In Vietnam, it's bệnh viện. Note that these differences are only generalizations. Nowadays, there's a varying degree of adoption of the mainland words. There are plenty more examples, but once again, these differences are minor and doesn't really impact understanding. It might just sound a little strange to us, and vice versa. So you may be in an online lesson with a teacher from Vietnam, and they may insist that your version of a word is wrong even though that's how your parents say it. Well, it's not wrong. It's just a slightly different evolution of the Vietnamese language. An exaggerated example of this in another language would be mainland Portuguese versus Brazilian Portuguese. There are plenty of great resources out there from Vietnam, and I definitely encourage you to look into them. Just have these two key points in mind as you immerse yourself into the language. Thanks for watching this video up to here. Please share if you found this helpful. Catch you in the next video.